Hey, Scott here. I'm with Billy, and I want to do a quick update. And come here, buddy. Up. Okay, here's Billy. Okay, I want to do a quick update. I wrote down some bullet points because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm going to get to feeding him, which is, so I posted a video. My guinea pig stopped eating, and I've gotten a lot of really great comments from like Skinny Pigs 1 and Susan Aponte and Valerie Zoo, Kathy, Nora. I mean, the list goes on. A lot of really good comments. The consensus seems to be there's some kind of a tooth issue going on. Now let me give you the backstory. If you want to read or hit this link, I've got the previous video that I just filmed showing, talking about Billy and showing his eating problems. But basically, he had I noticed about a month ago, he had a lot of drool coming down his chin, and it just wasn't stopping. It was just wet drool. At first I wasn't sure what it was, but I just determined that it was, yeah, he was just drooling. And I took him to the vet. And they put him under and saw that he had an overgrown molar. So it was trimmed, and when he woke up, he started eating like crazy. He stopped drooling. Everything was great. And he was doing really well for a couple weeks. And then he sort of started losing weight again. And he's been on critical care for the past couple weeks. But yeah, he really started losing weight this last week, even getting critical care multiple times a day. I mean, I'm giving him like 3, 4, 5 fat syringefuls at a time, multiple times a day. He was having soft, squishy poops, and so I wasn't giving him any fresh veggies for a few days too. And even when I was giving it, I wasn't giving him very much before that. So I was trying to do everything right, and he just still. So also he had his eyes were kind of sunken in, and he had like a pimple on the inside of one of his eyes. So he got antibiotics, and the antibiotics I think messed with his digestion. Even though he was on, I gave him a probiotic too during that whole time. His poops got really small and really squishy, not good. So okay, so fast forward. So the past week or two, I've been giving him critical care. But I was like, I had to bring him into the rescue again, because I brought him a few weeks ago when I first noticed he wasn't doing well, and Saskia looked at his teeth, and his teeth are fine. So I wanted him to get his teeth looked at again, but Saskia didn't look at his teeth. She said basically there's probably some underlying other issue. Whoa, oh boy. You okay, buddy? And he's got like the gurgles in his stomach. He's also probably really, really hungry because he hasn't had, because he was at the rescue today, he didn't have a bunch of critical care since this morning. So that's what I'm about to do. But, so he went to the rescue. What's that? Turn this down. Saskia said that there may be an underlying issue. She's been learning about guinea pig medical care, and she's in the process of taking some advanced courses. And in her literature it said that frequently when a guinea pig has tooth issues, there's actually other underlying issues that are causing that. And that's sometimes because if they're not feeling well and they're not eating as much, their teeth may grow faster than they can grind them down. So and then it's just like a vicious cycle, right? They can't eat as much because their teeth are overgrown. But they also, Saskia said that, it can take a long time for them to get back to normal. So Leslie came in today to the rescue. Leslie runs our, I'm getting all sorts of messages, but Leslie runs our sanctuary. And when the guinea pigs that come into the rescue that are surrendered or that we rescue from a shelter. They're too sick to be adopted, whether it's either nursed back to health or they're just unadoptable. They'll most often go with Leslie to the sanctuary. So she sees a lot of sick pigs. And so back to some of the literature, some of the underlying issues. The only underlying issue that in Saskia's book that could cause a tooth issue, they said there's some breathing issues, okay? And one of the symptoms of a heart condition is breathing problems. The heart gets enlarged and it pushes against the lungs, or it causes fluid buildup in the lungs. And the breathing issues are a symptom of heart disease. So, and traditionally, Kuis frequently have heart problems. And I've always suspected as much, and I took him to the vet like 2 years ago now when he was just almost full grown. And they listened to his heart and they said his heart was fine. But I've always kind of suspected, because every few months he would get like fluid buildup in his lungs. Okay. And I would give him Lasix because Tito is on Lasix. So I would give him a little bit of Lasix, and after a day it would clear up. But Leslie said that I need to give him the heart meds, give him Lotensin, which is benazepril is the brand name that I give Tito. So she says I should give it to Billy here. But in addition to that, I can also give him 3 times the dose of vitamin C. She recommended that it's possible that maybe he's developed scurvy because he is so incredibly skinny. You can sort of see his spine here. It's shocking considering how huge he used to be. So we got to figure out this underlying problem and get him back to his fighting weight. Okay, so it's very quite possible that Billy has a heart issue, has heart disease. Man, but his tummy's grumbling. Anyway, so what am I supposed to do? I've been instructed to give him a full cc of Lotensin, which is the benazepril, and 3 times the amount of vitamin C, which would be 3 full cc's, and that's just like 3 times daily. And then, okay, so at the rescue, I was able to pick up some things. We got a whole sample box from Sherwood Pet Health. Okay, this isn't like a promotion or anything. This is just what we have, which coincidentally, okay, a bunch of people in the comments said, try switching the pellets to Sherwood pellets, try this, try that, try the, okay, so this is the naturally restores appetite and energy thing. SARX, I guess. I don't know what the name of this product is. It's got like a whole bunch of writing in the front. I guess it doesn't even have a name. But the scoop's included, so it doesn't need to have a name. But this is what you feed them before it boosts their energy and gives them an appetite. And then this is basically like Critical Care, but the Sherwood brand of Critical Care. So you'd mix it up in water. And then I use a big fat syringe that I've sawed off the nozzle to, you know, obviously without a needle. Okay, and then I have a sample of their Sherwood food pellets. And on top of that, I have Benebac. So what I do with this is a pea-sized amount is what you're supposed to give a day. At least that's what it was with the other formula. So what I do is I squirt this into the syringe with the Critical Care. So I'll fill up like most of the way the Critical Care, and then I'll put like a glob of this, and then I'll suck up another little bit of the Critical Care at the top. So it's like Critical Care, but on the first squirt you'll get all the Benebac in, and he hasn't even had a problem with it. He didn't even notice. Yes, I noticed. Of course I noticed. My palate is more sophisticated than yours. So I got these 3 things to try, and I'm gonna try that. There's no need to like film that, but he's like really hungry right now. So I'm just gonna put this video up there. And I was like hesitant, you know, to like put a video about just, you know, Billy and struggling with this. You know, sometimes YouTube can be like, right, a harsh environment, but I think the support from this community has been really awesome, heartwarming, remarkable, and it's facilitating. Actually, you know, I don't have all the answers, even though, you know, I've been volunteering at a guinea pig rescue for, I don't know, 5 years or whatever. Saskia doesn't have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers. And a lot of these sites, you know, they're perpetuating certain practices that are not necessarily true or accurate, you know. So every day as a community, we learn new things, and the care of these guys gets better. So he's like, shut up, let's eat. So that's what we're gonna do.